What's good, y'all? We are back with another video. We got a video from Poetic Flacco, the satisfying downfall of B. Simone. So I really don't even know who B. Simone is, to be honest with you. I'm just gonna react to this because it's trending right now. But yeah, I have no idea who B. Simone is, but I'm sure he's going to explain who the fuck she is. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this video. Make sure if you like the video, drop a like, subscribe. We are almost at 500 subs. DM me some videos to react to. We're gonna go ahead and get into it.
B. Simone just managed to ruin her huge comeback to podcasting, and she is now the most hated person on the internet yet again. Every video I make about B. Simone, she somehow managed to outdo herself and become more insufferable and insufferable as the videos go on. If you take to the internet today and search in B. Simone, you will find thousands of comments just like this one. B. Simone has 100% turned me off. That's just absolutely disgusting energy. I hope this girl cuts her off. Y'all women these days sadly be so full of ish. Being out of touch and lacking self-awareness has been a recurring theme in B. Simone's career, but this time B. Simone might have outdone herself today, bruh. A user by the name of Teacher Bay wrote, B. Simone is a horrible person and y'all just be eating it up. There's a laundry list of reasons why B. Simone is terrible. Talking down on people with a 9-to-5, we can start there. Selling an overpriced book to your fans filled with nothing but Pinterest blogs from creators that you didn't credit. We can start there. The reason...
Okay. So she talks about people working a regular 9 to 5. And then she wrote a book that she stole other people's quotes and I'm assuming stories from Pinterest. And then sold it for an extremely high price. Okay, I'm following.
People are calling B. Simone a terrible human being is because of this podcast that she recently released with her friend, which to me is completely preventable. She could have just not posted the podcast and she wouldn't have been the most hated person on the internet today. During this episode of the podcast, she exposed herself for being a terrible human being. The version of herself that she portrayed during this episode is horrifying. You will be pressed to find a more terrible human being than this version of B. Simone. So during the podcast, while B. Simone was going on and on and on about how she does all these amazing things for people and people always betray her, the friend will step in and the friend will say, hold on, I was going through a lot. I was homeless with my baby. I was getting my car repossessed. I didn't have a job. I needed opportunities, but you didn't help me. And I didn't hold no resentment towards you for not helping me. But it did suck when I was watching you do all these amazing things for other people, but your best friend who was with you, you didn't do nothing for. You didn't help me.
I think about all the things I did in my past for people, for friends, for niggas, for family, for the wrong people. The money, I done gave people money. I done bought houses. I done paid for divorces.
Now think about how I feel as your friend. I mean, this was the hardest season of my life this last year. And sometimes from the public perception, it's like being a best friend with a celebrity. Everybody thinks that, oh, because you're connected to this person, then your life is just as grand as theirs, or you got
it, or they helping you.
Baby, when I tell you, didn't have a job,
bitch. Why are you saying? Ain't she talking about her? Ain't that who she talking about? Why the fuck is she saying that like she don't know what she talking about?
With my parents, a single mom. All this happened to me this past year.
Jesus.
And then it's like to not have resentment in my heart towards you because I saw you do this for other people. I saw you give a check to somebody to help them through whatever they went through. And it's like, God, like I love him. That's my soul. And I can't nobody didn't give me a handout. But guess what? That wasn't your responsibility. God had to take me through that for my...
What? Bro, I'm confused. How are y'all friends? How this is your best friend? Like this is your go-to friend. That's crazy.
Whole season for my own thing. I had to get my car repossessed.
Jesus.
I had to go through the food stamps line. I had to be on Medicaid.
That's crazy.
Because whatever I'm building my story too.
Keep God and Jesus out of this nonsense, bro. They got nothing to do with this. This is the work of the devil on that couch with you, bro. If she was writing checks for other people to get a house while watching you, her friend, homeless, if she was writing checks for other people to get a car while watching you, your friend, her friend without a car, watching you homeless with your parents, watching you on Medicaid, watching you with no job, watching you with no opportunities, and she was given nothing but opportunities to other people, and then she sits on that couch with you, and you say, no, this is just God trying to take me through my season. It wasn't yours. No, bruh. No real friend is doing this, bruh. No real friend is writing a check for strangers while her friend is homeless.
Facts.
She hates you. This is a terrible human being. This is somebody who, I'll go as far to say she took pleasure in watching you struggle. She took pleasure. She enjoyed it. She enjoyed being the rich friend while you came around and tried to bite off the crumbs that she had left. She enjoyed being here and watching you here and keeping you in your place. That's the only explanation for this. Now, what's even worse too, right, is so the friend eventually overcame this. She eventually became successful, got her stuff together. Mm-hmm. And when she did get her stuff together, B. Simone was upset.
You worked hard to cross that finish line. Now it's time to celebrate those memories. At Michael's, we help you preserve.
B. Simone called on Jesus to cure the jealousy in her heart for the friend getting an opportunity that she didn't give her.
But it's like, as a friend, somebody who has it, it's hard to digest because everybody around you, nobody would, they're probably shocked that I'm even saying this right now. All this year.
In less than 12 months.
Oh, that was this year? And y'all sitting on this couch giggling and hee-hawing and shit? Nah, bro. Nah.
Trying it again with the right people, with the right friend, with the right man, with the people that truly love you. I literally talked about that. I said, I want to do what I used to do I told you I missed that.
You did.
Oh my God, yearning for it. And I know God is going to bring that back tenfold, but
that was another point in our relationship.
Yeah.
Recently, I have this opportunity and I called you and I told you about it. And you were just like, okay. Mm-hmm. And you called me back.
I called her right back, y'all. I was so convicted. I was so convicted.
You were like, I didn't like how I felt when you told me that. And I was like, what do you mean? You were like, I don't know what it is. I'm talking this out in real time. But whatever it is, I don't like what I felt. And I said, did you feel jealous? And you were like, I don't think I feel jealous. But like, will we be able to do what we did before?
Yeah.
Will it happen for us again?
Yeah.
And that's when that's how we got on the conversation of you letting go of the hurt and not being traumatized by your past.
Because we went through all.
What past? I'm lost. Y'all both sound delusional as shit. I don't know what she's talking about.
Are you angry? Are you sad? Are you jealous? I was like, I'm not jealous because I don't want what you have. I'm sad and I'm angry and I'm upset that I'm not doing it with me.
Yeah.
Like, we're not working together.
Yeah.
No,
like, I don't
you're
have
jealous.
that. Y'all, let me tell you something. Anybody that's in my circle, I want to work with you. I want to put you on. I'm putting you in position. I like doing it together.
You wanted to be
Come
part
off
of
yourself
it.
from that couch.
You wanted to be part of it,
nigga. It must be witchcraft, bruh.
Gotta be.
She got the hex. It's witchcraft, homie. She watched you suffer, watched you go homeless, get your car repoed, single mother living with your parents, no job, no opportunities, and she watched you go through that without lending a helping hand while you was coming around her, while simultaneously writing checks for other people to buy houses while you were homeless, writing checks for other people to buy cars while you had no car, writing checks for other people to get billed out of their situation while you were stuck in your situation. And then you found a way to get out of your situation. You got yourself back on your feet. You got an amazing opportunity to make great money. And the first thing she does when you call her and tell her, the same person who watched you suffer, is to tell you she don't know how to feel about it. She got a little.
I would have hung up. What the fuck you mean you don't know how to feel about it?
Because she wanted to be the one to give you the opportunity. Oh, nah. That's witchcraft, bruh. But the real reason why she didn't know how to feel about it, because the same friend she stunted on,
she a hater,
who got some paper now, who is the same friend she got to see every day, as the friend is up here, and B. Simone got humbled and she's back down here trying to rebuild her life up.
It's just my finances. Mm-hmm. Like, the budgeting. You see how I am nitpicking every little thing. I've never been like that.
And you see how she crying and shit, and the friends is like, yeah, never like that. She, you broke. And now you need the handout. And if I was her, I wouldn't give you shit. You wouldn't even be on my show right now. I hope this is an old girl show, because you wouldn't even be here. Or I might fuck you up mentally and let you sit for like 10 minutes and be like, oh, well, that's the end of the episode, guys. We'll talk. Yeah, and hold the shit out of you.
Bloomingdale's yesterday, I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
Yeah.
Like, I notice it in me now.
H&M they got pricey jeans, though.
I just don't have it, like, to spend. The liquid.
Yeah.
I'm used to having liquid. I'm used to seeing a certain amount in my account. But
that's what it's really about right there, bruh. The friend got an opportunity from someone else. The friend is doing well. The friend is papered up while B. Simone is now struggling. Now, first off, crying because you got to shop at H&M and not designer is kind of crazy, bro. Like, nobody is going to feel sorry for you that you have to now shop at H&M, which is still kind of pricey. Like,
yeah, they still kind of pricey.
There's like $70 shirts, right? Like, it's not, bro, like, it's not Payless. Like, cut it out. But this is what this is all about, bruh. B. Simone was flexing on the one friend she thought would never amount to nothing. The one friend she thought would always be poor and raggedy. And that friend done bossed up on her while she's struggling financially now, and the roles done reversed, and now she's embarrassed to sit in front of her. This is literally not the first time we watched B. Simone ruin a friendship on camera. Right? Y'all remember what she did to Megan Ashley? So Megan Ashley was going through a divorce with her husband.
Is this B. Simone right here? I don't know. Y'all both are chopped. Y'all are both chopped shit.
But not at the time. Going through a tough time. So she began to lean more on her friend B. Simone. B. Simone got very upset and very angry, or very irritated that Megan Ashley was leaning on her more emotionally, and she didn't want to deal with the emotional burden. So apparently that took a toll on their relationship, and B. Simone essentially let her know, we're not friends on the podcast. And they was trying to talk through their friendship, but apparently they didn't do a good enough job at working out being friends, and their podcast ended because Megan Ashley thought it was dumb. Like, she's not about to pretend to have a great working relationship just to do a podcast with you if y'all not even friends for real in real life. But B. Simone only wanted to do the podcast to get the bag. Megan Ashley didn't want to sell out herself for a check, so she left.
That now or before?
You gotta respect
just in
that.
In general,
throughout our relationship.
It hasn't always been the easiest, no.
Okay.
It hasn't always been the easiest.
Okay. Well, I'm open to the truth now. We ain't got no option now. We gonna have to, I'm open to that now. I'm verbally saying that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, like I said, I think when you realize some hard truths about yourself, and that's already a hard thing to deal with.
Notice how these pictures didn't look nothing like what the fuck we just saw. This is so cat. Where that shit at, gang? Look at this. Come on, bro. This is witchcraft, bro.
General, just like being open and honest about you, and then having to be open and honest when there's so much uncertainty. That's a little bit uneasy. That doesn't always feel good. Even though it's necessary, it just isn't easy.
You're saying uncertainty as far as where we're standing?
Yeah. It just feels very uncertain.
Really?
Yeah.
They go with me wherever I go. Olafly, peace of mind, always. It's so simple.
Even with like me saying this is how I feel, this is like being very upfront with that.
As far as what?
Our conversations and stuff. Like, do you feel like I'm not clear when we have dialogue on where I stand? Or
I feel like
she really pressing her on
without trying to divulge too much.
She really
I feel like in recent conversations you've been very clear about wanting a business relationship only.
Right.
So, and I think that that's going to be very difficult to navigate. I just think that conversation is difficult. I don't know how you go from somebody being, you know, such a good friend to I don't want a relationship with this person anymore.
Well,
ever.
I never said I don't want a
Well,
relationship.
you said I want a health. I just want
to focus on the purpose.
Yeah. Well,
which is no for sure.
Imagine your best friend telling you on a podcast, I don't want a relationship with you. I don't want to be friends. However, I still want to focus on the purpose, which is the Know For Sure podcast. I want this to be a thing still. But the podcast is based on our relationship. It's based on us as friends being able to come and have honest conversations.
Yeah, that's a little awkward.
So why would we still continue the podcast if we aren't friends? That's just dumb. So Megan Ashley, yeah, like she peeped and she left and she dipped, right? But this is just an example of B. Simone isolating and treating her friends like garbage, and then they like eventually up and leave her. Now, you know what happened? Megan Ashley, who was the B mic on the podcast with B. Simone, she went and started her own podcast. That podcast is outperforming the podcast that B. Simone currently has. So the friend who she overlooked and thought was a burden left and did her own thing, and that thing has surpassed whatever B. Simone is currently building currently. So this is what we're dealing with here when it comes to B. Simone. This is a trend. It's a trend. Now, there's a lot of people, man, who is celebrating her, I guess, similarly being broke because she downed people with a 9-to-5, claiming she won't date no man who works a 9-to-5. She wants bosses and CEOs only. But I'm not celebrating this, bro. All right, like I just can't celebrate this. At the end of the day, man, this is a woman who looks like her life is spiraling and crashing down. I hope she gets herself together, man. I'm gonna pray for her.
Of it, I
truly hope she takes this as a lesson, man. Stop treating your friends like garbage. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think?
Shit, what he said, y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about this. I mean, like I said, I don't know who B. Simone is. I've never seen any of her content. But from what I've seen here, she doesn't seem like the best person to be around. But what do I know? Nothing. So, I'm going to catch y'all in the next vid. We out.